Yeah, Kenny, what did you make of it all?
You know what? I second everything Jess says. It's quite a bit of a farce, really, and a lot of fans probably would be quite angry with the fact that the game was held up for 40 minutes because of you know lack of communication with Stockley Park and the referee. Because judging by what we read on social media, judging by the comments we see on TV programs, a lot of fans don't want VAR anyway.
Mm.
So it's ironic that they would have been rather play the game without VAR. But you speak to Mikel Arteta, and he spoke after the game on all the platforms. I think he's pretty relieved that VAR was around, because without VAR we lose that game, because they would have had two penalties. One they definitely got, and Bamford's goal would have stood. And as Jez says, they played a blinder. It's probably their best performance this season, Leeds. But for some reason, they just couldn't finish. And as Jez says, our goalkeeper saved their bacon, because the performances from a lot of players were bad. And I think the manager has to take some sort of accountability, because it was always a situation that if you play that game against my team, Bodo Glint. Although a guy called Richard Bayer just contacted me to tell everyone on the panel, including you, Lee, that he feels that the reason why we played that first team against Bodo Glint is that if we win the group, we go straight into the last 16. So he just wanted me to mention that because he contacted me. But saying that, there's no doubt that probably had a contributory factor to to performance, because some players played like they had pianos in their back on yesterday. There's no doubt about that. And the players in general, Tommy Asu played like he had a piano in his back. Odegaard's been playing like that for about a month now, and that kind of belies the good start he had. And Jesus, where was he yesterday? It was really bad. And people say, well, you've got to give them a bit of a bye, because they've been brilliant all season. You can't have a go at them in one game. I said, well, we're not having a go at them, but if you want people to be, honest with their appraisals on a match, and take away the loyalty to the club and the cheerleading aspect, you've got to say as it is. These guys are poor, and the reason why you mark them down is because you know that if you perform like that and carry on performing like that, one day a team's just gonna be on it. They're gonna have like a world-year game. Every tackle, they're going to make every tackle. Every cross is going to be an assist, and they could pipe us, especially if we play like that. So that's why we're always going to demand high standards. And let's face it, the top conversation has to be Gabriel Magalhaes. People can, go on podcasts and accuse us of all sorts that we're picking on him and we're having a go at him. We're not having a go. We're just saying as it is. You can go up to certain fan cams where the leader of the fan cam said he had a great game. I don't know what that guy was watching, because let's face it, without VAR, he would have had a red card and given away a penalty. And let's face it, referees have been known to send people off, even if they don't catch the guy. If you raise your legs in an action or kick them, I'm sorry, that could have been a red card. So I don't see why
we see Beckham do it against Simeone in a World Cup match.
Yeah. Well, Vieira missed Van Persie by a mile, but Van Persie pretended to be hurt. He still got sent off. So for people to just say that, oh, we're nitpicking, we're not nitpicking. He was poor against Fulham. We gave him a bye because of that.
Palace.
Led to a goal.
First game of the season.
Palace, yeah. Spurs, we can argue was very good, and then it still wasn't good. So let's face it.
But he still gave a penalty away in the Spurs game, Kenny. And all I keep doing is, it was Xhaka's pass back to him. Well, does that mean that Xhaka control his legs to kick him then?
No, definitely. Two phases of play, he was part of the problem. And that's the situation. He is going for a bad patch, and we should be able to say it, because you know what happens. You can't carry a player. Yeah, I know Arteta likes a sort of left-footed, right-footed combination with his centre halves, but it's going to be a situation. It's going to be a situation where he's got to think about it and said, you know what, I think it's time to give Benjamin White a go there, because I know I've got a good right back, into Tommy Asu. You know what I mean? And if he gets Tommy Asu at right back, he can leave Mike Kieran alone and let Mike Kieran play at left back, because one of the things I'll never accept, Tommy Asu playing last week against Liverpool when you're playing against Salah and it's a horse for courses. But the reason why we have horses for courses is because those kind of selections have to be rare. It shouldn't be the norm. This is a top-class left back we're leaving out for no other reason, because the guy had a good game last week. Pay your best players. You hear all these people from other podcasts and other fans play your best players. Kieran Tierney is still the best left back at this football club. Doesn't matter whether Zinchenko, what people think of Zinchenko, they think Zinchenko's got more experience because he's at Man City, he's got better technique and blah blah. The fact is, I don't understand the team selection going into Kieran Tierney, and at the moment, it isn't costing us because we're winning. But I just find it quite strange, and I think that if I was Kieran Tierney when I'm fit and raring to go, I'll be pretty pissed off.
Yeah, totally agree, mate. Totally agree. And the thing is, people just people have this mindset on social media, especially football social media. You can't criticize, you can't slate a player, you can't say anything bad about anyone or the club, but these people can slate you for saying something about the player and the club, and that's fine. Yeah, how about I'll say what I like, you can say what you like, and everyone else can say what they like. If you don't like it, fuck off. It's as simple as that. We've grown up in eras where we have seen some of the greatest centre-backs in living history. Yeah, we have seen Baresi's and Maldinis and players like that, and Cannavaros. We've seen Rio Ferdinand, Vidic. We've seen Tony Adams, yeah, and Steve Bold and Keones, and we've seen proper defenders. Yeah, proper. John Terry's another one. Vincent Kompany's another one. All them centre backs in the Italian league in the 90s, pretty much every single one of them was proper. Yeah. So when I sit there and I see a centre back that week after week after week does the same dumb shit, I'm going to say it. And if people say you've got an agenda, yeah, my agenda is to call out players that ain't good enough on a consistent basis. That's my agenda. It's pretty simple. Get better. Yeah, get better. And this isn't even a this season thing. This stems back to last season with that player as well. Southampton, Walcott spun him, scored because he was right on him, sheeping him, like right up him. Yeah, and he does it all the time. I keep saying it. He does it. He done it against Man United. He should have been sent off at Old Trafford. Yeah, Greenwood done him right up near the corner flag. He was already on the yellow. Yeah, because he'd already wiped Rashford out on the halfway line 10 minutes earlier. Luckily, he didn't get sent off in that game. But he's got way too many mistakes in him. And if you look at the games he's played this season, Fulham he was a shambles. Palace he was a shambles. Spurs he gave the penalty away. Yesterday he was lucky he didn't see red. Yeah, another referee would have still given him a red. Yeah, because he waved his foot out, whether he's touched him or not, whether it looks deliberate or not. He has actually waved his leg at him, and he did do it deliberately. And he's very lucky he didn't get sent off in the end. And all the fans that sit there and say about VAR's conspiracy and this and that, well, they've all gone to bed now, ain't they? Yeah, because there ain't no conspiracy this season then, is there? Do you know what I mean? And if you look how many times Gabriel has his hand up in the air, we see it against Liverpool, his arm was up in the air. Yeah, we see it against Palace, the ball at his hand in that penalty box that day. You know, his hands are always up there. He is not a very good defender. And if we want to go forward and progress and actually win a title, he ain't the guy. It's as simple as that. And if people don't like me saying it, you've got two options. Either don't watch it or cry if you do watch it, because I ain't changing my opinion on him until he changes his performances. Pretty simple, isn't it? Yeah, when people used to say to us back in the day, Kenny, oh, yeah, you lot are profiting, yeah? You lot are profiting off of the demise of the club. Well, how about the club get better then? Did you ever think of that? Like, it's not rocket science, is it? If a player is consistently playing poorly, he is going to consistently be dug out. And if people don't like that, tough. These people that want to sit online and say, oh, you're out of order, you shouldn't be picking on him. Most of these people have never been to a football match. Yeah, go to an away game. Yeah, go to an away game when your team are getting fucking hammered 5-0. Yeah, and then you'll know what negative is, isn't it? Yeah, go and sit through the last 2-3 years of Arsene Wenger ball. Yeah, you know what negative is if you were going to the ground every week. Yeah, so somebody's sitting on a YouTube channel saying how shit a centre-back is when he's been shit. Yeah, if that makes it makes you cry, then you're a little bit too fragile to be on the internet. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Maybe you should get off the internet and sort your life out instead of worrying about somebody else's opinion. Why are you offended on somebody else's behalf? Is Gabriel sitting there crying about my opinion about him? Probably not. Yeah, he's probably out buying another car or another watch or buying some earrings for his missus or something. Yeah, or going out for a swanky meal. He don't give a shit. Yeah, so why should I give a shit? Simple, isn't it?